Hey y'all, thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. We're out here in the backyard. I can see the Commonwealth cabin right there. We're about ready to head in there. Have a ton of sales. Last time I checked, there was 44. So I've decided we're gonna do something we don't do often, which is make an extra video this week, because I don't want to make one video with 44 sales in it. We're gonna cut it in half, do half of them today, half of them tomorrow. I'm out here by the new Supply Hut as well. I have been getting a ton of questions about that. Every single time something new happens in there, we're gonna try to put a little update at the end of the video. We have tons of stuff to ship out today. Let's go take a look. And in addition to some pretty awesome sales, I have a topic that I want to talk about. I haven't talked about it in a while, and that's the topic of reselling and resellers in general. I feel that reselling in some ways is under attack, and I want to talk about the best way to combat it, because as you know, if you're a reseller, or even if you just watch this show, most people would agree that reselling is an awesome thing to do. There's really zero wrong with it, ethically, morally, whatever. And I get a little tired of hearing it sometimes, not from anybody watching this show, of course, but from some folks on the outside. You know, there's Reddit threads and different stuff like that. And reselling has a bad name. And to be honest, I can't quite figure out why it has such a bad name. Need to get your input on it and how to combat it, but let's take a look at these sales. Over 40 sales for over $1,000, which is why we're divvying it up. We're gonna hit 3 or 4 really quick before we get into our topic. The first one's a hat, which is cool because I've been talking about getting that hat bucket down a little bit, although we really need to just make a second. Jack Daniels, genuine goods right here, field tester. I love that. Bought this at the 127 sale. I think I grabbed it for $3, y'all. One of the hats I think I paid $5, and then a bunch I paid like $3. So either way, $24 plus shipping for that one right there. Pink Floyd record sold. Right there, $10.50 plus shipping. That's Wish You Were Here. And the condition took a little off the price, obviously, but you know, it's still not bad. So I'll take $10.50 plus shipping for that, considering we paid about 50 cents a piece for these. We're doing really, really well. We bought a ton of them. So we're going to make a really, really nice amount of money. We have broken even already, and you can see just how much we have left. Crazy. And I almost forgot to thank Kathy. She says, Kevin, could you send me an autograph on a card or a sticker? I'm a long-time subscriber and love the channel. Actually, Kathy, we do that on anybody at all that we think. I know it seems ridiculous. My wife's like, really? If they don't ask for it, do you send it? And I'm like, there's so many messages that I just don't see because they don't leave it on the message, on the purchase. But Kathy did. So anyway, there you go. Who would have ever thought? When I was a little guy, speaking of little guy, Turner just came in and said, you want to go play catch? So as soon as I'm done with this clip, I'm going to go out there and play catch. But you won't know it. And as a little guy, I would sign things and imagine being a professional baseball player. But who would ever thought I'd sign things in a shed in my backyard? And yeah, we'll throw in some stickers as well. He wants to play football catch. I thought he wanted to play baseball catch. You want to play football catch? That's a nice shirt you got on there. Next item we haven't sold in a while. And this, bringing up the topic of conversation, to me, this can only be a good thing, what we're doing right here. This is a door lock here. It's a B60N613 Schlage deadbolt lock. And it's pretty clear that somebody was a contractor or something, bought this stuff and didn't use all of it. Ended up doing a different job or something. That was the feel I had. And this stuff couldn't be taken back and needed to be sold. I'll take this off. We ended up paying like $2 a piece for these. So they got a little bit of money out of it, but we're sending these things off to people who need them way cheaper than they'd buy at, you know, Home Depot or Lowe's. So $20 plus shipping on this right here, and it's getting used. And basically that's the way I view reselling. Somebody like me, people like me, trying to find products that people need or want and sending them on their way. I mean, come on. Whoever used this Niffler plush here and loved it and then got too old for it or whatever happened, now it's going to be heading on to somebody else. Fantastic Beasts, which is, I think, a Harry Potter thing, like Dumbledore thing. I don't know. No expert, but picked this up there down in, where the heck, Greenville, South Carolina for $1. Sold it for $9.50 plus shipping. So there's about close to $7 profit in that one right there. All right, if you ever watched the Trash Cash podcast, you know that me and Carrie and Dave, we talk about the negative comments we get, not just as YouTubers, but as resellers. And anytime we have a video that really gets pushed outside of our little reselling niche, it's always worse, which tells me that there's a certain segment of the population who really don't like reselling or resellers. And to me, they must have the wrong idea. I joked with Carrie last episode we should have a reoccurring segment called Resellers Get the Guillotine, because that's the phrase he uses all the time. And I guess there's I'm not going to give him an excuse, but there's a certain segment of the population that sees resellers as price gougers, which you and I all know. If you are a reseller at all, if you watch this show, that is like less, in my opinion, less than 1% of the people that do this thing. And I don't want to get into an argument about free markets and, you know, price gouging and all that stuff. That gets a little political. But regardless, that's a small segment of the population, you know, baby formula and toilet paper and whatever, right? But I suppose it's out there, and so I guess it gives all of us a bad name. But in reality, most of us just enjoy the freedom that doing reselling really gives us. Freedom to go on vacation from our jobs with a little extra money. Freedom to put money aside for retirement, or for full-time resellers, literal freedom to not have to go clock in every single day. And so that's an unbelievable thing. I think a big part of people who just don't like resellers are jealous of that aspect of it. And we all know the hard work that goes into it. The other aspect is, you know, people like, oh, would you pay more for this? And you're going and taking away this from people that need it and whatever. They're just, in my opinion, they just don't have a clue. They're uneducated about what resellers are and what resellers do. So really the point of this video isn't to complain about people complaining about me or complain about people complaining about resellers. It's really to ask you, what's the best way to combat it, or should we not even combat it and just forget it? To me, I think it's worth making the argument. I love logic. I love reason. As a teacher, I love evidence. As a history teacher, if somebody tells me something happened in history, I'm like, well, you know, show me the evidence for it. So clearly for us resellers, the good far outweighs the bad. And so what I would love for people to do in the comments below is to give the arguments why reselling is not just good, but why it's amazing, why it's awesome, and why resellers are awesome. You know, every time I bring up this topic, people bring up the tried and true arguments, and I'd love to see some of those down there below. I'm not going to comment on some of them. I think you've heard me say them enough. I want to see them, but I want to see some unique ones, maybe ones that I haven't even heard before, so I can use those in my repertoire when I'm arguing back with these folks. And don't get me wrong, I don't often argue back, but I think sometimes it's good to make the argument, especially in the comment sections, and I at least enjoy it, because I think it's always interesting to get other people's opinions and the way they view things, and then make your arguments based on that. $13.30 for a Ricky Skaggs hat, made for a female, or a unisex hat, because it's got a ponytail hole right there. I love seeing the art of resale. We had him on the podcast. Well, the boys had him on the podcast. I wasn't on it. And he makes arguments back to people, and one thing he always says is, you know what? You're too lazy to do what I do. And I think there's a big part of that, right? A lot of us love to hustle and get out there and get it done. We don't like to depend on others. We like to take care of our families and provide a hedge against tough times if they're to come. This one's headed out to Tanya. Hello, Kevin. I've been looking for a hat to wear for a while and saw that you listed this in your store and just had to have it. Keep up the good work in all avenues that your journey takes you. Bless you and yours always. One of your followers. There you go. Inside joke if you watch the podcast. Tanya, my son's eBay is wares and whatnots. If you would be so kind. Well, I just did. So awesome. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate it. And good luck to your boy. I'm probably one of the only, might be the only boy born and raised in Southern California that likes Ricky Skaggs. Oh, I don't know. I suppose there's a few of us out there. Highway 40 Blues. I love that one. And the Kentucky Headhunters. SingStar PlayStation 2 lot right here. I bought it in a giant lot of stuff. Made a bunch of money on that lot. And this is the last thing to sell from it. $10 plus shipping. People ask me if I ship stuff like this in a box or a poly bag. It's almost always a poly bag, unless it's like a, you know, $50 game or something. And wanted to take this chance to thank Robert for buying plans for the Commonwealth Picker shipping table over on CommonwealthPicker.com. All right, y'all, come over here real quick. We got a gift from Keith. He says he's got a YouTube channel and an eBay store, and he sells, what does he sell? Sports memorabilia and vintage pendants. How cool is that? I love this. Massive collection of 3,000 pendants. Holy cow, that's a pennant, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Blue Ridge Parkway. We've been right there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. There it is. We climbed to the top of Peaks of Otter. Do you remember climbing to the top of Peaks of Otter?
Yep.
It's pretty cool. Skyline drives a little higher up. And I don't know where Stony Man Mountain is, or Marby Mill. That's really cool. Natural Bridge. I don't think we've taken you there.
Nope.
No, I've seen some black bears up on the parkway before.
Me too.
But check this out. You see how they got a QR code on his card right there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a suggestion we can give people out there. Is get an EPN link, an eBay Partner Network link, and then put a QR code on anything you stick in your boxes. Print them off with little labels or something. And then people can go back to your store if they like it and buy stuff, and you can get a little bit of a kickback. So anyway, that's a good. We don't have it on ours because I bought 5,000 cards last time, and I gotta go through them first. But very cool. So thank you very, very much. We might put a little bit up in the cabin out there in the new supply hut, or I don't know what we'll do with it. But that's pretty cool. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate it.
Bye. Thank you.
Next to our viewer sales headed out to Kathy. So Kathy, thank you. It's this, I think it's Roxy Puppy Surprise. Sold this before. If you go way back, you might remember there's like little dogs, little puppies inside of their belly. And I don't think all the puppies were there. It sold for just under $12 plus shipping. And then the other one was also a plush. Let me go this way. And this one, boy, talk about resellers get the guillotine. I negotiated with a kid with their parents' permission, FYI. It was over a Elmo plush, and I think the Elmo plush is up here. There it is, right there. See, I hide some big stuff up here from time to time. And this Elmo plush, I think they wanted like 25 bucks. Well, guess what? It sold for 37. Had to put it on discount. It wouldn't get out of here. And the reason why, well, there's a couple reasons. One is the shipping cost is pretty high on a big old thing like this. But the other was it had a little hole in it. I'm going to drop Elmo. Sorry, y'all. Whew, he made it. He actually looks pretty comfortable in there. I think the issue was, I can't remember where it is. There it is, right there on the side of his mouth. See that? And it makes it a little harder to sell. But Kathy grabbed them on a little bit of a discount. And, you know, I think I negotiated down to 10 or 15, something like that. And these, if they're in perfect shape, which you can see it's not, right? It needs a little cleaning. Could go $50, $100. And so people saw that and they're just mad at me. Which, you know, it is what it is. There's nobody that I know that would have come to the garage sale that day. It was already day 2, late in the afternoon, and paid 25 bucks or whatever it was. So I don't feel bad about that. You know, if kids are raising money for something, you know, give it to them. But in this case, they were just trying to get rid of stuff. Awesome kids, by the way. You may remember that video. And, you know, you got to look on the other side, right? The cheaper I got that, the cheaper I could sell it and be okay selling it for that lower price while I'm still making some money for me and my family. And now this family gets something. So thank you so much. My 3-year-old granddaughter will just love this. I appreciate, and I forgot to ask last time, may I please get some American Bobo Boys? That's right. So absolutely, we'll definitely do that to you. Harmony, renew, reuse deals. So there you go. There's some reasons you can put below why resellers are awesome. She says, can I change my name on eBay? He says, it's a bit long, and I didn't realize. Yeah, you can change your name on eBay for sure. Thanks so much for the purchase. All right, I got Reagan here, but I'm going to put Reagan on the spot in just a second. But first, tell us what sold out at the CommonwealthPicker.com store.
Pete got a CWP tumbler and a metal ornament. All
right, got a CWP tumbler. It's got all of our logos on it. It's pretty cool. And an ornament, which I totally forgot we had. Did you forget we had them?
Yeah.
I did. So we only have like 4 left, y'all. They were last year's and they didn't sell out. And we usually sign them. And we didn't order any this year because the gentleman, Paul, Michael, PM Bates, who made these last year, passed away. So at any rate, that was really nice of him to do that, and he was super awesome. Let me show you a picture of him real quick. All right, I keep this picture back here. Some of you that go back long enough to remember that, that's him. Super nice guy. All right, Reagan, but the question I have for you, speaking of ornaments right here, your ornaments are coming out soon, the ones that you design, And they're so excited, and you're going to autograph them, and we're going to sell them all off. They're going to go super, super duper quick because they always do. My guess is under 24 hours they'll all be gone. So, y'all, if you're on Instagram, we'll try to post it there and put it on the video the same day. And at any rate, Reagan does that. She has a great time doing it. And so far, we've had the Enderman on one. And then last year, we had Sophie on one. And this year, we're going to have... Are you going to tell us yet?
Ooh.
No? Okay, it's coming quick.
Yes.
It's coming quick. Another week or so?
One more week.
Okay, good. And I have actually got her. She does a craft fair every year, and she she paints little ornaments, and she sells them at the craft fair. And she's always reluctant to do too many for me because she likes to sell them over there because she wants to sell them to people who aren't just buying because they watch this, and she does a great job of it. But this year she's agreed to make 24 ornaments for us to sell on CommonwealthPicker.com. Thank you, Reagan. I appreciate it. And
bye, and don't forget your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
No, they say you're not supposed to buy snow babies and sell snow babies because they don't really sell very well. But if you can get them cheap enough, they will sell. I gotta find the right one. Always in style. This one's in the case. That's always helpful. And you know, all that together got us a sale. See, it's $15.50 retail, so it's not that much. Department 56. So for $8.95 plus shipping. So somebody's getting it for less than retail because these are super duper easy to ship. Put it in a 5x5x5 or maybe a 6x4x4 Supply Hut box from SupplyHut.com. Don't forget to use code Commonwealth, get 5% off, $8.95 plus shipping. All right, y'all, you may remember when I picked up all these records down there in South Carolina. We talked about it already, but this was the one he threw in if I would buy it, and I already have it in an extra sleeve here, so I'm not going to take it out because it's a little hard, but it's that Rocky Horror Picture Show picture record with the picture on it. And we put it on auction. Sold for $40 plus shipping. Sold to a viewer. Sold to Elizabeth, the Nerdy Picker. Hi, Kevin. I'm excited to win this. Huge fan of Rocky Horror Picture Show. This will happily hang on the wall. You know me already. Liz, a.k.a. the Nerdy Picker. We sure do. And always happy to support my reseller pals and community. Hey, that reminds me of something. We're going to get Turner out here. And I've already bought one thing from a viewer. This wasn't a Christmas gift. This is just something Turner's like, hey, can I get this game? And I'm like, that should be a really cheap game. I'll buy it for you before Christmas and not make you wait. And that's what we did. So we bought it all. We got like, I just mentioned it on Instagram and I got like 9 people like, yeah, I got that game. I got that game. So we're going to try a little bit of that today and do a little bit more throughout the season and hopefully find some stuff that you guys have that we can buy from you to return all your kindness to us. All right, I got Turner in here and he's not doing a Homeschool Hustler store sale. He's going to tell you some video games that he wants to get this year for Christmas. But this, I don't want anybody to mistake this. We're not asking people to send us these gifts. That's not what we're doing. We're asking who has these available in their store. The only thing I would ask is that I will probably get, you know, dozens and dozens for each of these. And I probably won't respond to every single person. And I'm just going to pick one, probably the first one that comes across. And I'll go ahead and get on there and purchase it. So there you go. All right, we're just going to start with video games today, okay? Not the whole Christmas list, right? And this doesn't mean you're getting all these things, by the way. Just FYI. All right, what do you want video game-wise this year?
Okay, Madden 17.
You're on a Madden kick lately. You know why? Because Bubba likes to play it with you.
Yeah.
And so you guys are loving playing the different Maddens. All right, which one?
Madden 17.
Okay.
There's 2 other Maddens.
That you want? Okay.
Yeah, Madden 17, Madden 25, and
Madden 25 is like the anniversary edition,
it's the
I think.
Anniversary
25th
edition.
anniversary. And what's the other one?
Madden 09.
Madden 09.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going way back. Those should be pretty cheap. Anyway, I used to have the 25th anniversary edition. Oh, well. And wait a minute. Which is that Xbox 360 y'all playing? Jacob likes to play that 360.
I have one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Madden 08. That's that one.
It's an old one, huh? Oh, my goodness. Okay, what else?
Super Mario U Deluxe. This one is real expensive. It's on the Nintendo Switch.
Super Mario U Deluxe.
Yeah.
And it's expensive. Like, how much is super expensive?
Like 50. Like maybe 60.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if anybody has it out there.
And this one is also really expensive for the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Yoshi's Crafted World.
Yoshi's Crafted World.
Yeah.
All right. If anybody has those out there, do me a favor and send me either an email or an Instagram message. Don't put it in the comments because well, you can. I'll probably see it, but we'll just do it by email or Instagram, and I'll pick one and go ahead and go on and purchase it. Maybe. I'll at least get one of them for you. Okay?
Okay.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Bye.
So 2 more stadium giveaways, Liberty University flags to different people. $9 plus shipping a piece. The next item that sold is something I know I didn't list because I think I would have listed it for more than it sold for. And I still list the majority of things in the store, but my wife has been listing a ton. And Bub's girlfriend's been listing a little bit too. Here is the hat. It sold for $11 plus shipping. This is an awesome hat. Got this in that vintage sale in Tennessee because it says, there you go, Crossville, Tennessee. Mountain Farm International, and it's got the Ford New Holland logo. And it's in camo, and it's in great shape for a vintage hat. Really, really awesome condition here. So I probably would have put this out there no less than $20 plus shipping. That's how I know I didn't list it. But I'm still happy. I mean, we're into this for literally pennies, and it sold for $11 plus shipping. I'm super happy because it went to a viewer. It went to Jeff. He says, been watching Picker and Flipper for about a year now. Thanks for the great reselling education. Don't worry, I'm leaving all the Tupperware and ashtrays for you. Thank you. That's awesome. Sold another one of these files, rasps, and this one sold for $14 plus shipping as well. They're heading down here pretty quick. And the Coca-Cola stuff is flying out of here for Christmas. And all 3 of these went out of here, along with a 31 bag to Debbie. Polar Bear Collection. Check it out with Coke. I love that one. This one's pretty cool too. See that? And along with this 31 bag back here, right there, a little Christmas theme. Gotta like that. All of them for $33.84 plus shipping. Hi, Kevin. We're looking forward to seeing the completion of the new shed. Hang in there. It will be awesome. So I think so. Had a great time watching you at Uncle Mark's garage sale. It was a hoot. He had stuff there that I would love to buy. Continue to be yourself. That's who we'd like. Thank you. Cheers, Debbie in Oklahoma City. We appreciate that. And if you want to see Uncle Mark's garage sale, that's on the Garage Sale Nation channel. There's 3 videos that came out last month, or the early this month, I guess, about Uncle Mark's garage sale. All right, next one's from a wife to a husband, but I could read this and kind of skirt around the names a little bit, but I think just to stay safe, I'm not going to say anything, but you know who you are out there. Maybe after the holidays or something, you can do it and we'll give them a proper shout out. So here we go. I think it's $24.85 for the 3 of these headed out of here. You know, they're not big money, but like I said, we're into these for nothing. It's all pure profit at this point. That one's pretty cool. One of these is not like the others, right? Everything else looks somewhat similar. That thing is awesome. Is that like a glass one? I really like that one. Anyway, that one right there, the polar bear on top of the iconic ice chest there, and then Santa drinking his Coke. Santa's as big as that tree. $24.85 plus shipping. One more record headed out of here today, if I can find it. It's Nazareth, hair of the dog. You know, I don't know if you noticed this, but a lot of times I'll come in and pre-do these, so I don't have to dig through them like this. But I didn't do it with this one. I think that Nazareth one has got a cool cover, and of course I can't find it, and that's why I come in and pre-do this. There it is right there. How cool is that? Reminds me of the Labyrinth, if y'all remember that movie. How cool is that? It's only $9 plus shipping, but it is all pure profit right there. Hey, I know you're not supposed to sell Avon, but $7.55 plus shipping for a base coat of Avon nail polish. And I've got something that I normally give a history lesson about, but I know we're going to sell more of these in the coming days, so I will refrain one more time for the Freedom from Want Rockwell print. But I also got to tell you about the rest of those LU Alpine hats. I sold 4 of them. I sold the rest of them, $96 plus shipping on those SGA hats. And last but not least, I got this thing from my mom. I don't know where she got it from, but she gave it to me. She's like, hey, see if you can sell this. And I listed it for $39 plus shipping. It's a made in China leather outfit, but it's pretty cool. And it's got the pants that go with it. It would be hard sell with this jacket, but with the pants as well, Makes it a little easier. Size medium, Montana company in Butte, Montana. $39 plus shipping on this one. I think it's got little tiny turquoise buttons in it, and that helped it sell. $39 plus shipping. Mom, I owe you dinner. All right, I've been doing this a lot lately. I think we'll do it again today. I like ending the show from in here. Thank y'all for joining us, and I can't wait to see you next time.